Hello friends, this is the First Time Farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So we're starting this video right here on the southeast corner of the property. That is the official T-post marker with a chunk of aluminum siding on it. Ta-da. And this is what it looks like from this corner here, looking down. That's a wash down there, filled in with Lonicera and maple trees and anything else that I was able to cut down. There's a deer down there in the cutting across, if you can see it or not. All right, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a stroll all the way up the property line up to the road. And this is the work that has been done just today on Monday, September the 4th, which I believe it's September the 4th. It is Labor Day. So Labor Day Monday, Labor Day, whatever the date is, that's where we are. It's Labor Day. So we are going to head up. I'm going very slowly right here because I'm going downhill and I don't want to wipe out. I'm pretty sore and tired from working. I started at about 10 a.m. I got out here at 9. Took me almost an hour to get my act together and getting started. So been working diligently since 10 a.m. About noon, my neighbor with whom we share the property line, he came over and he worked for a few hours, and we got quite a bit done. So he just kind of wanted to have a few feet on his side of the property line clear, and I needed some room on my side so that I could start working and so I have a place to work so I can clear out 20 feet. And if you remember, the goal is 20 feet, having it cleared 20 feet from the property line, and then 10 feet from the property line will be the was where the fence will go. So there'll be a 10-foot space on either side so that we can maintain the fence from inside or outside. At least that's the idea. All right, so we're looking up through here. This wash is like right on the property line, and depending upon where you are, it's either on the left or the right. You see that tree right there in the middle? There is a T-post in front of it with a pink ribbon. That pink ribbon on the T-post, that's the property line. That tree is pretty much on the property line. And this is sort of rugged down through here because there's a wash here. It drops off quite a bit coming down the hill. Again, there's not much here on the ridge that is flat, especially not in this area here. And we are coming up to the first T-post. Now, I assume my dad put these T-posts in back around early mid-90s. I did not help him, so I'm figuring he did that after I was married and moved out. That's my thinking, but who knows exactly when these were put in. But I'm glad that he did, because I would have no idea where this property line would be if they were not here. So here's another wash that feeds the big wash, and the idea is to just throw stuff in to help fill it in and to slow the water down. Now, I left this part here open because this is right on the property line, and I want to make sure that that's pretty well clear at all times. There's my trusty steel chainsaw. my protective glasses, and my protective earwear. So I really hate loud noise. And then every time I go to work, I set up a little quote-unquote campsite with my camp chair, with my cooler, and try to kind of put it off from where I'm working, someplace relatively close, but not that it would be in the way. So this is where I set up today, under this nice little maple tree. All right, now moving right along. The area that we're coming up to is what used to be the old dump for the farm. This is the farm for this land was purchased from the neighbors back in 1974, so almost 50 years ago. This was part of a farm next door, and they used this area for the dump. And I don't know if you can see that white thing right there near next to that base of that dead ash tree. That is literally a kitchen sink. And then this is a big ball of woven wire fencing that has been there, I would say, probably 70 years. And then as we go up through here, there's all kinds of stuff that you'll see. I think that piece of metal right there is the top of a hand crank for a well. And then just assorted metal things from buckets and whatever. There's some kind of a strainer. There's a glass jar. There's a light bulb up there, just in case I come up with some bright ideas, I guess. More bottles. Gas can, bottle. So this is some of what we bought when we bought the land. We got some junk in the process too. Here's another gas can. Now all this area here, the perimeter fence will go through here. But I'm going to rope this area off. There'll be an extension of the fence. So this area here will not be grazed. No matter how well you clean it up, you're never going to get all the broken glass and everything. So I'm just going to do my best to go around it. All right, moving up the hill. It's kind of amazing, these T-posts. When I started at 10 o'clock, which was about 9 hours ago, couldn't see one from the other. So I'd find one and then I'd move on through the underbrush, hoping, oh, there's a baby deer. Still with spots on it. But yeah, you couldn't see one post to the next. And now it's like you can see 7 or 8 in a row after just about 8 hours of work. So that's, oh, there goes the deer. So when you have that kind of success during the day, it makes you feel a lot better. A pile of stuff that will have to be moved. Basically what I'm doing here is, as I go through, I look for a somewhat open area. Big old cedar tree. There's another big old cedar tree right back there that we just passed. But I look for an open area that's about 30 feet from the property line, with the idea of making piles at that point so it's outside of my 20-foot perimeter area, and it's not too close to the fence so it doesn't interfere with that. All right, we're getting close. Neighbor's house is there in the clearing, and we are just about to the top. So this is a pile of brush that my neighbor Thomas, he took out of over here. He's got a burn pile or burn pit, so he's going to take care of that stuff later. And look where we are. We're in the clear. Finally in the clear. So this area here is going to have to be cleaned up. That's from the property line to where that bushy stuff starts. That's about 10 feet. So I'm going to have to go at least another 10 feet over. Keep it clear. Oh, looking right into the sun. All right. And this is the 1.6 acre pasture that just a year and a half ago was completely covered in cedar trees. Now it's covered in pieces of cedar trees that have to be burnt this winter. But pretty amazing. All right, now we are coming up. We're almost to the road. We're only like maybe 60, 70 feet from the road. Let me tell you, that was a much smoother walk than has been in the past. That is for certain. And here's the road. And we are now on the north side of the property, looking down the property line. All right. Well, thanks coming along with me on that little journey. Appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed that, seeing the progress that has been made. And of course, keep checking future videos on Homestead Ridge, and you'll see more of the progress that we are making. Also, check out some of the playlists where you can see what we've done already in the past, progress that we've made. It's been pretty darn amazing. So we really thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we are definitely going to see you in the pasture.